All right, so we're going to talk about percent composition. This is something that most of you should have some familiarity with because we're going to do it in terms of mass for right now. And anytime we talk about a percentage, it's always the part over the whole. The part that's a certain element divided by the whole mass of the entire compound. As an example, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is made up of sodium and chloride. There's one sodium, one chlorine. Every sodium has a mass of 23. Every chlorine has a mass of 35.5. So if we were to figure out mass, the formula unit mass for sodium chloride, that would be 58.5. That's our whole. That's the mass of the whole thing. Now, if I want to find the percent sodium, I would take the part that is sodium divided by the whole thing. In other words, in this case, it's 23 divided by 58.5. Now that's going to give me a decimal equivalent. I then am going to multiply that times 100% to make it into a percentage. So if we were to multiply that out, divide that out, I guess. Let's take 23 divided by 58.5 is about 39%. Now, that would seem to make sense because we've got less sodium than we've got chlorine, and that would leave us with about 61% chlorine. Again, it's very simple. It's just part over the whole. So to figure out the whole, you have to figure out the molecular mass. Try a couple more examples. For this one, sodium carbonate. Now we're going to have three parts that we're going to have to find percentages for. You have to figure out the percent sodium, percent hydrogen, or carbon, and percent oxygen. So what you should do right now is work on finding the percentage of each one of those. Find the molecular mass first, then find the percentage of each one, and then check your answers by looking at the work that I do. So I would suggest you pause this for a couple of minutes while you finish it, and then turn it back in, and then you can watch me do it. So then you're back. You've got sodium, carbon, oxygen, 2 sodiums, 1 carbon, 3 oxygens, times 16, times 12, times 23, that's 46, that's 12, that's 48. That gives us a total of 106 grams per mole. So if we want to find the percentage of each one of those, I would take 46 divided by 106, 12 divided by 106, 48 divided by 106, and multiply them all times 100% to get a percentage. So 46 divided by 106 is about 43%. So it's 43% sodium. 12 divided by 106 is about 11% carbon. And 48 divided by 106 gives you about 45% oxygen. If we add those up, they actually come out to be, what, 99%. Now, it should add up to 100%. The reason it doesn't is because we did some rounding in there. It wasn't exactly 43%. It wasn't exactly 11 or 45%. All right, let's try one more. Do the same thing. Pause the video. You work through it. Turn it back on and watch as I go through it. But make sure you come up with the answer first. All right, so we've got carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. 6 of these, 12, 6. 6 times 12 is 72. 12 times 1 is 12. 6 times 16 is 96. Gives me a total of 180. So again, figure out percentages. 72 over 180, 12 over 180, 96 over 180. Multiply them all by 100%. So we got 72 divided by 180 is 40%. 12 divided by 180 is about 7%. And 96 divided by 180 is about 53%. So that's percent composition by mass. Again, the steps. Figure out your molecular mass, then take the part divided by the whole.